What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be getting a charge pipe on my 440.
Only thing I'm switching is the whips, yeah. Hop up in a cat just to hop up in a kitty, yeah. Switch up to the foreign when I'm riding through the city, yeah. Ask me how I do it, I don't know, I just did it.
So today started off pretty normal. Actually, I woke up and I got on Facebook Marketplace and I come across a B58 Gen 1 charge pipe. It was $150, and I never in my mind thought about getting a charge pipe for any reason. I mean, obviously once I get high horsepower numbers, maybe, but at this point in time, no. So I seen it was listed for $150, and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, this looks like a good price. So I messaged the guy. He said, yeah, it's available. I actually decided to look it up myself, and it turns out that they had it on the website for like $150 or $163, so it wasn't too much of a good deal. I'll show you guys, but I messaged him, and when he said come and get it for a steal, 80 bucks, I was like, this is a no-brainer. So let's go get this charge pipe. All right, so right now we're on our way to pick up these charge pipes. It's about a 40-minute drive, but I am getting them for a really good price, so it's worth it. All right, so I met up with the guy and I got the charge pipes. I didn't record because I didn't think he wanted to be on camera, but I'll do an unboxing, or I guess I'll show you what's in the box. So what we got here, this is the part that goes from, so it goes into the other side of this. And then this part right here is gonna be what connects down. And then this is the part right here that connects to the actual throttle body. But yeah, that's what we got. So I'm gonna put these back in the box and we're gonna go put them on. So I'm just going to voice over this part of the video because inside the garage there was loud music and I'm not trying to get this video taken down or anything like that. So basically what we're looking at here is we're looking at the charge pipe and we were making sure that everything was in the box and making sure that everything was the correct fitment, because the guy actually said he didn't know if it was for a B58 Gen 1 or not. I just seen it and I assumed that it was. For those of you who do not know, the B58 Gen 2 actually has 2 bolts going into the throttle body. That's how I knew that this one was the correct one. But we're going to start taking the stuff off here.
Fuck, dude. Don't film that. It don't fit. Hey. Follow me.
All right, back to the video. So what we're doing here is we're taking the top and the bottom clamp off of the coupler just to get the air intake off. You do not have to unplug the fuel tank breather hose, but we did just to get everything out of the way. Right here, we're just removing that second clamp off the bottom of the coupler. It's a really tight space. I try to get down there so you guys can see what's going on, but it really wasn't possible. After we got that off on the bottom, we just removed the 3 bolts from the throttle body. I'm holding these up side by side just to show you the difference between the stock charge pipe and the ARM charge pipe. Now we're just going to reassemble everything. We're going to make sure that we put the bolts into the throttle body. This is the turbo inlet. This is what's going to connect the turbo to the charge pipe and the intake. Once we get this put in, we're gonna bolt everything back down and we're done. All right, so now that we got the charge pipe put on, I'm just out driving right now. I just wanna see if I see any difference, because I do hear that some people say the charge pipe makes a performance difference, and then other people say that it doesn't make any difference at all. I'm just gonna test it out myself and see what it does, see if it does anything different. Okay, it's not a crazy noticeable difference. I mean, it's a little noticeable. Maybe it feels like it has a little more torque, but that's about it. So we got the charge pipe on, I tested it out, My honest opinion, if I was planning to buy a charge pipe and I didn't know anything about it, I probably would. Just because of the simple fact that no, it doesn't add a lot of performance increase. I did do a couple more pulls and I realized that it seemed like it took off harder from the line, so it might have added a little more torque, maybe, if anything. Down the road, when you do start building more power, it will be needed because the stock one is plastic and you wouldn't want that to break. I would definitely get the charge pipe. That's all for this video, and thank you for watching. Until next time.